When Hurricane Harvey hit Texas last week, social media rose to the challenge as a force for good. CNN reported that this is the first time the United States has seen a disaster of this scale in the era of social media.
The last time a hurricane ranked Category 3 or higher made landfall in the country, Twitter hadn't even been created yet, and Harvey made it clear that social media has revolutionized the search and rescue process.
With local 911 systems choked with calls during the storm and limited cell phone service, many Houston residents reached out for help on Facebook and Twitter. They tweeted their addresses to emergency officials. They organized rescue missions through Facebook groups, and they posted harrowing pictures to emphasize just how high the flood waters were.
A photo of soaking wet elderly patients at La Bella Vita nursing home just south of Houston went viral after a Florida woman, Kim McIntosh, posted it on Sunday. McIntosh told CNN that she posted it out of desperation. Her mother owns the nursing home and was having a hard time getting help. McIntosh said she shared the photo to try to get as much attention from people who could get there with a boat. The nursing home was evacuated on Sunday afternoon.
Just like the Louisiana floods of 2016, we saw a constant theme shining on social media during this disaster. Acts of kindness and helpfulness abound.
At the center of the rescue efforts in Houston, Louisiana's own Cajun Navy. The same group of volunteers who launched rescue missions during last year's flood in South Louisiana headed to Texas on Monday morning with more than 100 boats in tow to help stranded flood victims. This time, the Cajun Navy caught the attention of major news outlets and government officials across the nation. The Washington Post, CNN, USA Today, MSNBC, and Fox News all published stories praising the Cajun Navy for reaching out to help people hundreds of miles away.
What are we calling these people from Louisiana? God bless them. Our Cajun Navy, you know, our American Cajun Navy that helped us look for him.
Houston's chief of police choked up as he showed his appreciation to the group of Good Samaritans from Louisiana.
Part of the reason why the Cajun Navy has been so effective during disasters is their skilled use of social media. Nearly 200,000 people like their Facebook page, which makes it easier to get the word out for help. Since Sunday morning, stranded residents in Texas have been reaching out to the Navy via Twitter and Facebook using the Cajun Navy hashtag.
On social media, we also saw an under-the-radar breed of hero go about business as usual. As the floodwaters rushed in, members of the ag community saddled up to help their neighbors in need last week. In southwest Louisiana, local farmers banded together with equipment and manpower to help other farmers finish their harvest before the storm rolled in.
In Texas, we watched numerous videos of ranchers on horseback moving cattle through high waters to higher ground. A CNBC reporter's video went viral on Twitter as police helped to move a herd of cattle through the streets of Dayton, Texas.
Before the winds calm and the waters recede, help is already rolling in from other farmers and ranchers across the country. You see, the Gulf Coast and the ag community in particular are no stranger to hardships. As difficult as the road to recovery will be, they will pick up the pieces, they'll put on their boots, and they will go to work to rebuild their farms and their life. Times like this show the true resiliency of the human spirit, and social media simply illustrates that spirit to the rest of the world. And I can tell you, Avery, that it's terrible what we're seeing in Houston, and you know better than all of us the pain that can be caused from a flooding house, but it's wonderful to see an entire community and a state and a nation come together through a disaster.
Yeah, but what we've got to keep in mind is this is not a 1 week thing. This is not a 1 day thing. This is going to be year-long, possibly years long of recovery for each and every person. And there's still mental trauma that goes on there. I mean, when Harvey was coming in, I stood for a moment on my staircase looking down, and I could still see where my walls were cut away. So you multiply that by the population you have in Houston. Houston alone, 6.5 million people. The entire population of the state of Louisiana is 4.5 million. Kind of put that in perspective. This is a huge disaster, and we're going to have to be there for the long haul, our good neighbors helping them out.
It's very true.
Well, still to come on TWILA, we take a break from the storm coverage to take you to a stomping good time.
Stay with us.